In this 1.5 minute video, I would like to put forward an argument that the air pollution issue is not just an environmental issue, it is also a political issue, and also it's more about the cost associated with it. The following discussion is based on this air clean policy produced by the Hong Kong government, and I will use the facts and stats involved in it, and I will also pull information from a news series reporting on Hong Kong air pollution problem, which is available from the link on the top right corner. Recalling one very important sustainability principle is that we are slow in achieving sustainability, often because we lack the motivation to change our behavior, and this is mostly because we are not aware of the cost, for example, polluting the air that we breathe in every day. I would argue from a sustainability point of view that the negative costs of not protecting our clean air far exceeds the expense to maintain air quality. I would like to shock you with the monetary terms, and perhaps this can make call for the government to plan more carefully, financial-wise, on how much money they are willing to invest on cleaning up the air in Hong Kong. First, one obvious negative impact is that poor air quality discourages incoming visitors, and this amounts to 4.5 billion Hong Kong dollars of loss in tourism business, and also bad air rejects talent immigrant. And considering the fact that Hong Kong's economy is heavily talent and people-based, bad air quality is sure to bring problems to Hong Kong's corporate turnover rate and talent recruitment. Another negative impact resulting from air pollution is perhaps what we are most familiar and what we are most alert of is the healthcare. Here are some cap screens from a new series with some interviewees expressing that there are hardly any places they can travel around in Hong Kong because they find it difficult to breathe, especially in cities and roadsides in Hong Kong Island where the pollution index is high. This shows that the impact of air pollution is far more than what we imagine. It's not just about health, not just about premature death. It's about immigration, accommodation, mobility of the sick citizens, and the health conditions of the young future generations. These are all important pillars for a city to sustain strong and healthy, and yet the air pollution is somehow driving us off the track. Recalling my objective is to compare the money of cleaning up the air and the cost of not doing so. I would like to see how much the government is willing to invest, but somehow I cannot find this piece of information here in this policy report. What I am expecting is a statement like the example here. Say we can pull off all the diesel vehicles in 3 years of time, investing approximately 1 billion Hong Kong dollars per year into this business. However, this kind of cost approximation is not addressed in this report, and this fails to let me justify the effectiveness of the policy that the government proposed. Here I'd like to jump to the argument I addressed earlier in the beginning, and I said that the air pollution issue is a multifaceted issue, and clearly the Hong Kong government is also planning to tackle it from several aspects. You can see from this figure I show here, to summarize the proposed measure to reduce roadside pollution. It is not surprising that it involves change and upgrade of vehicles and facilities, and also calls for change of behavior, such as encouraging people to walk more, ride on their bikes more, to reduce energy consumption in buildings, and making use of public transportation in more densely developed city centers. Here we see that the policy is a combination of change of traveling moods, a rethink, redesign, and reimagination of urban space and the resource utilization, and also taking the advantage of the most up-to-date technology to reduce our pollution in a smart way. Upgrading the hardware is an important part and often requires a huge amount of investment, but that's not 100% of the story. Well, finally, air pollution is a vexed political issue. According to the report, a significant amount of air pollution is not generated locally here in Hong Kong, but are spread from the Pearl River Delta region in China due to the factory emissions. However, many of these businesses are set up by Hong Kong businessmen. When we are talking about reducing pollution with a region-wide effort, which party is going to step back? Is Hong Kong willing to retrieve its business from Guangdong, or will China hold on to the economic benefits and ignore the goal of pollution reduction? This is a complicated issue. All in all, air pollution is just a kind of waste. The waste coming from our transportation system and the electricity generation. It is really no different from other types of waste such as sewage, water, or trash. They just get produced if we consume. The only way we can deal with this is to think about if we can consume less or clean up these pollution in an efficient and a rapid manner. This links back to the topic related to traveling. Can we travel less? Can we use less light or air conditioning in the office? Or are we willing to suffer from the astronomous number of monetary loss due to poor air quality?